Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 1Game1Life. My name is Typo, and this is Cyberpunk 2077 Part 40. I do only have about half an hour today to play, so we're going to get as much done as we can. We are back at the apartment, like I said we would be. It was a quick and satisfying drive with our new car. Went well. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this stuff. That's right, we picked up a ton of melee weapons earlier. From that one, like, weird glitched pile, almost. But we're here for it. Thanks for the components. Get rid of every extra thing we have here. Okay. Alright. Headpieces. I doubt it, but let's give it a look. 100%. No. Evasion and explosion damage reduction is nice. What does it look like? Not great, but not awful. Crit chance by 12%. Oh my goodness. Hold on to that for when we can take mods off, because that's great. Okay, we don't need these pieces here. So it's between these two. This is almost as much armor, but it gives explosive damage and all that, but it doesn't look as good. Let's see if we can find something that matches with it. No, we can't. Okay. I mean... Oh, it's a samurai jacket, too. Oh, samurai's a pretty cool jacket design. Alright. Alright, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. Hold on to that other thing for when we can get mods off of them. Polycarbonate sports glasses. I do like doing 6.5% more bonus damage. That's so good, but hold up. We can't even see it because of the helmet. Hold up. Look at those glasses. Damn. Hardcore. Been a while since we've seen our face. That looks sick too. That looks ridiculous. I really like these. Get rid of those, get rid of these, get rid of these. We'll hold on to these two glasses, but wear this because it's actually the best piece. And then helmet. Okay. Boots. Johnny's shoes! I almost feel like we gotta wear Johnny's shoes, right? Let's give him a look. Those are Johnny's shoes? Okay. I mean, they're debatedly better than what we're wearing. 55 armor. What? 96 armor shoes are officially better. So we're wearing Johnny's shoes now. Damn, that's crazy. Alright. We're over 30k eddies again, so we're working our way back up. We need to raise tech next time we get a level up, and then we'll go body after that, I think. Stealth and Cold Blood are getting towards 11, but they're not there yet. Crafting, meanwhile, we can't even keep disassembling things. Like, we need to get tech up before we keep disassembling. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a shower. We are struggling in the showers here. Okay, it's about to be day 4. This is the end of day 3 here. And let's sleep. It'll be about 7:30 in the morning on day 4 since waking up with Johnny after this. And Vic said we had a few weeks at most, so at day 4 we aren't threatening death or anything, but not looking great. Alright, let's go check on Barry.
Barry, you fucking asshole!
Oh my god.
Sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, what?
Mendez, it's too late. He can't hear you.
Your genes were fine, Barry. You were the strongest son of a bitch I knew. I'm so sorry, Barry. I'm sorry.
Holy shit. Fuck. Damn. Holy shit. That's not what I expected this morning. What the hell? Holy. God damn. Okay, well. Rip Barry, I guess. Oh my god. I guess without that turtle, he committed suicide. Imagine. Wow. Alright then. Not what I saw coming today. Well, let's go ahead and keep going, I guess. Wow. Yeah, and Mendez is not handling that well. Don't really blame him, but he's not handling that well. Okay, I do want to drive that car, but we actually left this car over here. I saw this when I was driving back. We left this car over here just kind of sitting out here, and it did not move. So we're going to drive this for a sec. Okay, we need to be going this way, apparently. Oh, wow, what was that chop right there? We actually had some frame rate drop. That doesn't happen a lot. Okay, we're not hearing anything new from our buddy the conspiracist. Because, yeah. I do remember more stuff happens with him. I don't remember what triggers it or anything like that. Oh my god. Yep, that one's on me, I'm sorry. Entirely my fault. Oh, definitely scratched the paint on that one. Good thing this isn't our 129,000 Eddie car. Yep, my bad. 100% on me on that one. Let's go get this bonus. Let's get those Eddies together. Oh god, she has another car. Motorcycle. Hello V, I have an Arch Nazares that's looking for a new owner. Practically new. It once belonged to a corpo who wanted to impress his minions, except he did not have the first clue about handling it. He braked a little too hard and launched himself into the air, skull smacked the pavement so forcefully that not even Trauma Team Platinum could save him. Thank God for idiots. So are you ready to buy? Damn. City of dreams, city of fame. City of Gains? Is that what it is? Okay. So where's the car and how much, the motorcycle, how much is it? It's here. Oh my good god, it's 138,000 Eddies. We're not buying that. Sorry, Wakako. We're gonna have to buy that later from you because there's no shot we have 138,000 Eddies right now. Oh, these drop points are very close to each other. $340. Okay. It's basically nothing. Give me 340 Eddies for a bonus, and you want me to pay you 138,000 for a motorcycle? Where do you expect me to get this money, Wakako? Huh? Oh, this is on the way, actually, so yeah, we'll go to this first. It doesn't look like it, looking at the sky, like, bird's eye of the map. What is going on with, this, with the FPS? Frames better find themselves, because this is not acceptable, damn it. I don't know if I have to restart my computer or restart the game itself or what. This is not running as well as it usually does. Oh, it's... okay. It's the vending machine guy I forget the name of because I can't remember anything in my entire life.
Did it again. And we just got back together. And now he's dodging my calls. He's just scared of getting dumped. And so he always does it first. And I'm always the one trying to save the relationship. Ugh, I feel like such a gonk.
He's the gonk here, Theo. Not you. You have so much love and empathy to give to people like him. But at what cost? I know this can all feel like too much. But you have your own happiness to worry about, Theo. We can't always help other people.
Thanks, Brendan. What would I do without you?
Brendan.
I gotta go now.
That's his name.
Thanks for listening to all my bitching.
I bet you even Donald Lundy sometimes goes through a whole tub of ice cream and 3 packets of tissues.
Brendan, you are the sweetest person I know. I'll see you later.
Wow. Theo seems very pleased with herself after talking to Brendan. That girl you were talking to.
Who's that girl you were talking to?
Oh, you mean Theo? She's my bestest friend. Gosh, she's so nice.
Uh-oh.
And pretty. And sensitive. I like talking to her. Definitely way more fun than pumping out caramel lattes.
Why do I get the feeling that judging people on how they look and feel is ever so slightly beyond you?
Hogwash. If I couldn't analyze people, how would I know whether to recommend a daring dairy instead of a Tiancha?
I overestimated you, or you're sentient? He seems sentient to me.
You said you liked some people more than others. Earlier, you thought of a joke. You're sentient. You've got to be.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush. Which would mean I'm overheating and my circuits are frying. Not fun at all.
That's what I thought. Take care, Brendan.
Okay, is this Brendan thing gonna keep popping up like the conspiracy guy? That's kind of cool if so. Let's get in our paint-scratched car, damn it. Alright, onward to Jig Jig Street. Here we go. Oh my god. Yo, the frames this episode are not looking nice. I'm gonna have to look at what's happening there, because this is not normal or something I like. We gotta get out the passenger seat, whatever, sure. Go to Jig Jig, here we are, at 8:30 in the morning. That's a place to be at 8:30 in the morning. These people are still here from last night, I'm sure.
This has a wicked vibe.
Here, kitty,
this
what's
more to your
the
taste?
rush?
So, there's more up your alley than clouds.
Hey, at least here you know what you're getting.
Sure, Johnny. I don't know why you think this is better, but okay.
Chip for free? Fuck off! Yeah, gear looks a little basic, but it works.
Alright. Okay. There's some crazy stuff out here.
What do we got here? And you just the cutest thing. If you're looking for a release, I just might be your man.
Got a message from the Tiger Claws. Don't start. Got a message from the Tiger Claws? No, that's a lie.
This way,
Got an
that
issue
way.
needs sorting out.
It's a fucking
Here to
dance
do that.
floor.
So how about you fuck off, let me through, and no one will be the wiser.
So serious from the get-go? I was only joking. Sheesh. Fine. Let her through, Sludge.
Sludge, what a name. Outer space, my life in orbit. Who is Dr. Paradox? What's life in space like? Comfortable. Of course, not everything's a bed of roses. Gravity below 1G isn't great for your bones or muscles. Synthesized food isn't to die for, and stuff from Earth is as rare as it is expensive. If you live in a private orbital station, congrats, you're richer than me. You always see the same faces. But if you live in a hybrid station like Crystal Palace, you have to live with corporate bachelor parties every weekend. But don't let that put you off. There are more upsides than downsides to living in orbit. First of all, safety. To get in orbit, you need a lot of zeros in your bank account, which means you won't see legions of homeless people, skezzed out gangsters, or aggressive joy toys. The exception to that being the lunar colonies, but no self-respecting orbital dweller would ever set foot there. Okay. In other words, you can walk outside at night unarmed, without security, and come back home in one piece, wallet undisturbed. Amazing, right? Secondly, quality of service. Anyone in the customer service sector had to rack up an enormous debt to come up here. Their only hope to pay it off within their lifetimes is to rake in a lot, and I mean a lot, of tips, which means they'll bend over backwards to satisfy your every whim. If you're an employer, you don't have to worry that an employee you just hired and trained at your expense will suddenly quit and go work for the competition for a few extra eddies a week. Many stations, especially the private ones, simply don't have competition, and if they do, it's basically negligible. Agreements can be made so situations like that don't occur. No competition is not good, by the way. Thirdly, and most importantly, no government can tell you what to do, where and how. Orbital stations are autonomous and governed by their own laws, and there aren't that many of them. If you can afford your own station, you're the undisputed lord and master of your little corner of space. You want to tie the help up to a whipping post when they make a mistake? Go right ahead. Want 5 wives or 4 husbands? I'm sure you'll have a line of willing volunteers. Jesus. We've already read the Paradox. Who is Dr. Paradox, right? Oh, here's some archive conversations. Hideo, I know why you left us. As your mother, I asked too much of you. You had to bear too much, too soon. Please forgive me. Mom, you could rack your brains for 1,000 years and you still wouldn't understand why I left. Please help me understand then. I'm sending you a picture of your sister. File unavailable. Did you know she's 8 years old already? She asks about you constantly. She bears our name, which you may still cleanse of the shame you brought on it. Come back, and we will forget all about your little stunts with those pretend gangsters of yours. No, I don't believe you. Shame is the only thing you deserve. As for my sister, whose name is Sakura, as I'm sure you forgot, I'm sure she will repay you as well someday for the way you treat her. Thanks for the picture. Wow. Yeah? Arasaka got Pete, Jules, and Tim. It's fucking bad. The fuck? Must have grabbed someone after our job, and whoever it is talking. We're fucked. I wasn't even there. We just did runner support for him. Don't be fucking naive. You know what they say. Mess with Arasaka and you're fucked for life. And we bagged one of their engineers, so even fucking better. Get out that scratch, run to a ripper, and get a fresh faceplate stat. You're the fixer. Help me out. Shit hit the fan, Takeshi. Everyone's on their own now. I'm out. You should do the same. And Chum no fucking net running. They got better runners than you. You won't haze them. At least he gave him a help, you know, a run for it message. Better than some would have done. Okay, I talked to the thugs. We good? I guess so. That's the closest thing we've had to a bug in Cyberpunk so far.
No. Oh, gracious creature! And benign!
She's dead.
Who the world? Bloody stain! Imbrued!
Benzodiazepine.
Of all we owned!
Blue, huh?
Our prayer to him!
Probably is a fabrical.
Arise!
Sounds like paradise. 24 hours, you feel no pain and barely remember a thing afterwards.
Who can blame him then?
Okay, so people are just drugging until they're dead in here? What the hell? You alright?
Hey, you alright?
No way I'm gonna swim! I hate water! Can't you see nobody cares?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask him. This place is messed up. And Fingers is messed up for living in the same building. America, a prophecy. The terror answered, I am Orc, wreathed around the cursed tree. The times are ended, shadows pass, the morning begins to break. The fiery joy that Urizen perverted to 10 commands, what night he led the starry host through the wide wilderness. That stony law I stamped to dust and scatter religion abroad to the 4 winds as a torn book, and none shall gather the leaves. But they shall rot on desert sands and consume in bottomless deeps, to make the deserts blossom and the deeps shrink to their fountains. And to renew the fiery joy and burst the stony roof, that pale religious lechery seeking virginity may find it in a harlot and in coarse-clad honesty, the undefiled though ravished in her cradle night and morn. For everything that lives is holy, life delights in life, because the soul of sweet delight can never be defiled. Fires enwrap the earthly globe, yet man is not consumed. Amidst the lustful fires he walks, his feet become like brass, his knees and thighs like silver, and his breast and head like gold. What the hell did I just read? That was gibberish to the extreme. Oh my god, I have no idea what I just saw. But I read it, and it made 0 sense. But I'm also not good at poems and all that.
You will be when every box in town descends on this shit.
that Judy? Oh, yep. I actually do remember this part. I have some memory of it.
You owe me, and you can fuck off to greener pastures.
Oh, that wasn't Judy. That is Judy. Okay.
Hey.
Hey. Crime block. Eddie's.
There's a line.
McCrane scanned the room with a deft Kuroshi sweep. Oh, okay. It's like a CSI thing. Crime block. This corpse was no different than the dozens he'd seen over the years. The dead man's eyes frozen in fear, his ligaments, wires, and intestines strewn about the floor. None of it made any impact on McCrane anymore. I've lived too long, he thought, and cops who don't die quick usually find themselves playing for the other side eventually. This case is as clear as I used napkin at Deputy Zhao's, he murmured to Junior Inspector Malinowski. Cyber psycho. Coming through the window. Victim led him inside. Must have known each other. Prints are all over the glass. Holy shit. Malinowski shook his head in disbelief. How'd the fucker get all the way up to the 11th floor? See those grooves on the windowsill? Climbing spikes. Implants kids these days are getting installed to pull stupid rooftop stunts. Get cheap thrills. Malinowski made his way over to the window to examine the evidence his superior had so effortlessly pieced together. The veteran detective lit a cigarette and stared back into the corpse's lifeless eyes. Although McCrane had never seen this man before, he felt as if he had known him a long time. And still he felt nothing for him. I'm getting like the noir Spider-Man from Back to the Multiverse or whatever. No pity, no compassion. This was only a body now, no longer a person. Suddenly, Malinowski's unsteady voice woke McCrane from his thoughts. Boss? These prints on the outside of the window. They belong to you. McCrane let out a quick, punctuating chuckle. Never much took you for a jokester, Malinowski, the detective said with an amused smirk as he rolled up his sleeves to expose his wrists. And I wonder, just how would I get there without any climber's claws, But before the junior inspector could respond, McCrane felt an uneasiness shoot up his spine. This room, this man, the smell of his blood. He felt compelled to walk over to the savage victim and reach inside his pocket. A photo, his own face staring back at him. Malinowski slowly drew his pistol. I believed in you, the shaken protege uttered with a pain in his voice. All this time, I idolized a murderer. I don't understand, muttered McCrane, scarcely loud enough to hear his own voice. Something else began to drown out his words, even his thoughts, a strange primal force. For the first time in my life, I don't understand. And then crack. A gunshot. Crime block. I like that.
Nuh-uh, you ain't cutting.
Sit your ass down and wait your turn.
Mitzi Sparks. Rosie Harper. Chrome Knight Love. Ross Austin. Croman's mask glinted in the light of the setting sun like a beacon in the dark of this rotten city. Lucille's heartbeat began to quicken. Her legs trembled beneath her. Hot blood pumped through her veins in a way she didn't know it could. He looked at her, his strong masculine figure towering over the bloodied corporate corpse, which just a moment ago had violently tried to defile Lucille's virtue. What's the matter with me? Her mind raced. Why him? Why me? Hundreds of questions burned inside her brain, but when she finally parted her lips to speak, only one question emerged. Who are you really? Croman took Lucille into his cold metal hands. She flinched at the touch. You know I can't tell you that. They'll find you. They'll rip my secret out of you any way they can. And then kill you. I don't care about any of that. I love you. I love you. So stupid. She couldn't feel his face, his real one, concealed under that veil of chrome. But she could have sworn she could hear a note of emotion in his deep voice. I love how over-the-top soap drama every one of these, like, everything we read that's fiction is always so soap drama-y. You love a dream. You don't know who hides under this mask. I don't care what you look like. What if I'm disfigured? I'll pay for the operation. And if I'm an android? It doesn't matter. Then suddenly, in one swift motion, Croman removed the mask to reveal the face of Damita de Lavelle. If I'm a woman. like I said, soap. Oh my god. These things are so ridiculous. They must have had a lot of fun writing these. Lucille stood there, dumbstruck. A tempest of emotion swirled in a frenzy throughout her being, but after a moment passed, the storm calmed and she smiled warmly, taking her savior's face into her hands. The proverbial clouds of her tumultuous mind began to part. Lucille was beginning to see clearly at last. No matter how many times does a woman need to say she loves you, Lucille smirked and whispered softly, before you believe her. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, these are kind of fun. Alright, one more thing to investigate. Janet Brewer. She's sick. Okay. Judy! Hey, Judy, you're tall. You know Fingers?
Fingers guy. You know him?
Heard some things, yeah.
Like...
His hand sometimes slips.
Glad you came.
Glad to see a familiar face.
I'm worried sick about her, V. Had no idea anything had happened.
We'll find her. I know we will.
Why'd Evelyn go back to Clouds?
After the heist, Evelyn holed up with the Mox for a while, right?
That's right.
So why the hell did she go back to Clouds?
Thought she'd be safer there. God knows why. Tried to get her to see straight, but she wouldn't listen.
The Mox got fingers in their crosshairs?
Mox don't happen to have fingers in their crosshairs.
No, why?
Her joy toys come out of his clinic in worse shape than they come in.
Yeah, well, can't solve all the world's problems at once. We're gonna be here forever, I just know it. Maybe you could talk to those girls, see if we can cut in front?
Why me?
I don't think they like me. Just give it a shot. That or come up with something better.
Okay, you used to work at Clouds?
You worked at Clouds.
Not as a doll. Tuned their virtues.
That makes more
That's
sense.
where I met Ev, Tom, and the rest of the crew.
Didn't seem like her personality to be a doll. Evelyn, she means a lot to you. Think she's here?
Think Evelyn's being kept here somewhere?
On the one hand, hope she is, because I want her back fast. But on the other, hope to God no, because who knows what that sick fuck could have done to her.
Okay, she means a lot to you.
A lot to you, doesn't she?
And you've arrived at that conclusion how exactly?
You knew where she was. You sprang into action.
Once you get close to Evelyn, you never want to let her go.
Interesting. Okay. Well, this will be what we do immediately next time because I don't have time for a whole drawn out thing. I apologize. So let's go ahead and call it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving a like, and if you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. Either way, thank you so much for joining V and I on this journey, and we will see you next time.